Hi, I'm Charlie Johnstone, a partner at ECI. ECI is a mid-market private equity firm investing in growth companies between 20 and 150 million of value. A lot of people, particularly my friends and family, often ask me what is private equity and confuse private equity a lot with venture capital. For me, the big difference between venture capital and private equity is about buying out shareholders, so our cash tends to go into a shareholder's pocket, and venture capital is about money going into the business to invest for new products, staff, etc. One of the changes we've seen in private equity over the last decade is a lot of private owners use private equity to cash out a minority stake in their business and maintain involvement. It's the same principle. Private equity's money goes in, but it goes out to the shareholder. But actually, we then come on board and assist them to grow the business. And I find many entrepreneurs are unaware of that style of private equity. So ECI, we're a growth investor. We're always looking for businesses which have a strong defendable position in a growing market. So the type of business that we get really excited about is one which has a real growth potential. They work in a market which has massive amount of headroom. They have a business model which gives great visibility of earnings. That could be recurring revenue software, a consumer business with great customer loyalty, and also a really ambitious management team who want to shoot for the stars. In terms of how we find these companies, an ECI will profile and look at about 500 companies a year, and will invest in about 3 to 4 companies a year. So that's quite a big filter. Not all those 500 companies which we filter in 1 year disappear off our radar either. It takes on average about 3 years from our first touch point to a company to us putting in an offer to that company. So we spend a lot of time trying to track the most interesting businesses in the sectors we invest, build relationships when they're ready for our style of investment, and then hopefully consummate a deal. One of the things that we really look for are management teams who are ambitious, who look to shoot for the stars, have a clear vision of what they want to achieve for the business and for themselves, but also receptive to new ideas, receptive to investors bringing new ideas, and actually, from our point of view, demanding. Private equity is expensive. We have high returns that we're looking for. We've got a lot of UK pensioners exposed to our funds. So we want people who come to us and say, what are you going to bring for the money? What do you bring? And the more they demand from us, generally, the more we can deliver to help that business grow. From ECI's point of view, it takes us roughly 3 years from first touch point to putting an offer for a business. Over that time, we spend a fair bit of time with those businesses encouraging them to get ready for private equity investment. There are particular areas that we find are not ready within businesses. One of the core areas we find within private companies which needs investment is the finance function. Because the finance function, I think of it as a language. It's like French or German. It doesn't mean when someone's speaking that they're getting it right, but ultimately you've got to speak the language to be able to communicate. And the finance function's the same. It's about communicating what's happening in the business to everyone in the business. You get it right, you can make better decisions. So investing in that function is essential. Then you get the data, you can decide how better to run the business. We also encourage management teams and owners of businesses to get really good advisors on board. If you can, get them on board early. Don't get them on board right an IM, throw it out the door, because you won't have a relationship when things get tough, and also you probably won't have understood your business and your personal ambitions. So working with good advisors who understand your personal ambitions, understand your business, and also understand the type of people who you should be speaking to. Not every private equity is the same. Not every company should seek private equity. And you want an advisor who will stand up to you and tell you what the honest truth is rather than what you want to hear.